All right, so I'm gonna try to do all three of these problems right here in this one video. So we're doing volume and cones and cylinders. So the first one, formula for volume of a cylinder is pi r squared height. So that is our formula we're gonna use for both of these. Now this one, we do not have the radius, we have the diameter. So our radius is going to be 4 divided by 2 because that's the diameter and half of it is our radius, which is 2. When I plug in my answers, I always rearrange r squared or radius squared, which would be 2 squared times our height, which in this case is 6 times pi. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 6 times pi gives me 24 pi. This would be yards cubed if we are looking for, this is the actual answer or in terms of pi. Now the worksheet is asking us to do the nearest hundredth, which means all I would do on this calculator is do 24 times the pi button, hit enter or equals, and I get 73.39, and then it's 8. So the 8 is gonna dictate what happens. The 9, because it's the last digit before you change the whole 2 digits there, you're gonna have to change that up to 75.4. So my approximate answer would be 75.4 yards cubed. And that is going to be your approximate answer for this one. This one, we're using the same formula. We have a radius this time. So we're gonna plug that in. So our volume is gonna be equal to our radius squared times our height, which is 6, times pi. 4 times 4 is 16 times 6. Which is 16 times 6 is 96. Oops, sorry. And that would be in feet cubed. This is our actual answer. So this is without any decimals. This is in terms of pi. And then all I'm gonna do is do 96, and then I'm gonna hit times the pi button. And when I hit the pi button, I hit equals. And I get 301.59. This time the 2 does not change that 9. So we're just gonna be left at 301.59 feet cubed. That's a big 3. Let's make that a little smaller. Don't make it that big. That is your approximate answer. And then our finalized one is our cone. So the cone is the same formula as a cylinder, pi r squared times height, but we divide by 3. This one we're given the radius, so we just plug in and go to work. We have our height, 14, so we're going to start off with the actual answer first. So we're going to do pi at the end, so I'm going to do radius, which would be 6 squared, height is 14, pi divided by 3. 6 times 6 is 36, times 14, times pi divided by 3. 36 times 14 gives me 504. Pi divided by 3. I do a double check. If I divide by 3, do I get a nice number? See how I get a nice number this time? 168. We're going to do 168 pi, and that's going to be inches cubed. That is my actual answer. And then if I want to find out the approximate, just take 168 times it by the pi button and hit enter, and we get 527.78. The 7 is going to make that 8 turn up to a 9. So my final answer would be 527.79, and this is all in inches cubed. And if you want more questions like these, you can find them on my YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at YouWantAlgebra. All of these can be found under the volume section.